Well, hello there. Welcome back. I'm Shayna Cersei. I'm so excited to paint with you today. Today we're going to be painting a spooky Halloween silhouette painting. And this is a fun one because you can change it up based on what you decide to include in silhouette. So I'll be using some pumpkins, a black cat, tombstones, and a gnarled tree to set the spooky ambient setting. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you are enjoying following along, and feel free to leave a comment or save or share this video. Let's get started. I will break this painting down into 5 easy steps, and after that it's up to you to add your style and creativity. So let's get started with step 1, our outline. Whichever outline you choose, you're going to be just drawing the shapes that will be in silhouette. That includes the foreground, so the tree, if you're including one, and your selection of cats, pumpkins, gravestones, and other Halloween-themed images. Step 2 is going to be your background. So here are some tips and tricks to create this really lovely background. 1, you don't have to erase any of your outlines or worry about painting over them. Go ahead and paint right over them. They're going to be in silhouette later. 2, here are the list of colors that I used. Our cadmium yellow is the center color, quinacridone gold is the second, phthalo blue will be the third, here we are, black will be the fourth, and then I'll also be adding in some dioxazine purple. And you can see I'm just building from the center out with my lightest color in the center, building outwards. Now you can mix up these colors. You don't have to use the phthalo blue and the purple if you don't want to. You can include some other oranges or yellows or even reds and greens to make your own version of this painting in the colors that you prefer. These are the ones that I chose. The most important thing is to work from lightest and brightest in the center out to darkest on the edges, and let the edges of each color blend and bleed into each other. You can see here I'm just adding water to the center now that I have my whole first layer down, and I'm just letting a bunch of that orange and that brownish color kind of bleed into the center, making a little bit of a dirtier, muddier mess in the middle. It's still much brighter than all of the other colors, but I wanted it to have some texture and shadow and shading. As this layer dries, you will see it is going to lighten up quite a bit, so I'm actually going to do 2 layers of this. So in my next step, I'm going to let this layer dry, and I'm going to work on the foreground, but you're going to see in step 4, we're going to revisit the background. So don't be too worried if it didn't get quite as dark or saturated as you would like it. So let's work on the foreground, where I'm just painting in the bottom part of this tree. Can't work on the silhouettes that are in the background yet because they are still on a very wet background. So we're just going to paint in the foreground here, being very careful along the edge not to touch any of that wet paint, otherwise my black will start to bleed right into the rest of the painting. With the foreground, you can make it a complete dark, flat black silhouette, but I do like to leave some parts a little bit lighter as if some light is reflecting off. Not very bright. I use the black quite liberally and make it pretty dark, and I'll do a second coat on this area as well. So let's finish up this section by continuing to add some layers and textures, and then we're going to let the whole thing dry and revisit our background for step number 4. All right, step number 4, after the background is completely dried, we're going to go back in with some more of those same colors to add another layer and deepen the saturation. I also decided I wanted to bring in the area that is darkest a little bit closer to the center, so I'm going to just paint over some of those areas as I continue to add layers of the same colors. So I'm going to go back in with phthalo, with dioxazine purple, with some of the quin gold and the yellow to just darken everything quite a bit. One of the things to keep in mind is that as you're doing this background, it still appears very bright, but once I add the black silhouettes on, everything is going to look even brighter. So if you're getting to this stage and things are getting a little bit muddier, a little bit darker, Really wait till you add on your silhouettes because it will take everything, because of the contrast, to an even brighter level. So again, don't be too careful with this. I'm just blending and scuttling my way through with bits of water and additional paint. Now it is time to paint in our silhouettes. This part will take the longest for you, and it certainly took me the longest because I went very slowly and paid attention to detail. I started with my tree, got my entire tree in, and then I start on the cat, the pumpkins, and the gravestones. Now with the tree, I go ahead and paint the thick parts of the trunk, and then with the very tippy tip of my brush, and you could even switch to a different brush if you need to, paint in those really fine scraggly lines of the branches. With our cat and pumpkins, all you have to do to make that glowing effect of the cat's eyes, as well as the pumpkin's eyes and mouth and nose to make it appear like there's a candle inside, is just leave them blank. You don't have to do anything extra if you have a bright yellow background that you've already painted over it. Just leave those unpainted and that paint will shine right through. Now you can see I also put a little shadow in front of the cat because they are backlit by that glowing background, the glowing yellow background. So I put a little shadow out in front, and I'll do that for my pumpkins as well. But you can see here, all I have to do is leave the mouth and the eyes empty, and the yellow of the background will create the glowing feel of light coming through those areas. All right, with my tombstones, the only thing I'm going to do a little bit differently here is I'm going to paint their edges in that dark black silhouette color, and then the faces that are slightly facing towards the light, I am going to make them a little bit lighter gray to give the appearance that some of that spooky yellow glow is bouncing off the face of the tombstone. So you'll see here I'm just making them a little bit lighter than that side area silhouette. And here we are at the end of our painting. You're going to finish up your details, add any additional layers onto your silhouettes to darken them if you need to. But we are done, and it's time to peel off our tape for the big reveal of our spooky Halloween tree and pumpkins painting. Thank you so much for painting with me. If you've enjoyed this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with a friend, or save it to your own account. Those help me be seen by other artists who are looking for inspiration. And as always, thank you for painting with me. It's always a pleasure, and I can't wait to see you for our next video.